Amanda lived in a fishing village by the sea. For weeks, the fishermen returned with empty nets. No matter how far they rowed, the ocean gave them nothing. The people grew weaker each day. Children cried at night from hunger. Mothers tried to soothe them with lullabies instead of food. Amanda's younger brother, Lucas, still tried to smile, but his eyes were tired and his ribs shone through his thin shirt. One evening, he placed a seashell in her hand and whispered, "Don't worry, sister. We will eat again." Amanda held back her tears, forcing a smile for him. The next morning, the fishermen dragged their boats onto the sand. Their nets were torn, their faces gaunt with despair. Angry voices rose. "The sea has abandoned us." One man shouted, "If we do nothing, we will all die." It was then Eda Suri stepped forward. She's the oldest woman in the village. She leaned on a carved wooden staff, her white braid swaying in the wind. Her deep eyes swept over the desperate crowd. "Listen to me," she said, her voice strong. "Long ago, our ancestors first came here. The river god blessed them with food from the sea and river, but the people grew greedy. Some men went to a glowing pond on the cliffs, a place forbidden by the god. They caught a guardian's child, a fish of light. In anger, the god sent storms that sank their boats. Only after a sacrifice was peace restored." The villagers murmured in fear. Edasuri raised her staff higher. "The famine you see now is not chance. It is a test from the river god. The sea is empty to see if we will obey. The glowing pond is full of fish, but it belongs to the guardian. If we take from it again, the curse will return." Silence fell. The villagers shivered, but hunger burned stronger than fear. Whispers spread through the crowd. What if the pond was their only hope? That night, Amanda lay awake beside Lucas. His stomach growled in his sleep. She brushed her hair gently from his face. Her heart aching. Edasuri's warning echoed in her mind. But so did the memory of Lucas' weak smile. She thought, if no one will act, then I must. I cannot watch my brother starve. Before dawn, Amanda climbed the rocky cliff. Her bare feet slipped on wet stones, but she pressed forward. The star faded and the pond below glowed faintly in the darkness, as if it lit from within. She gripped her spear tightly, fear and determination warring inside her. When she struck the water, the ground trembled. From the pond erupted a giant fish, scales shining emerald and sapphire, eyes swirling like galaxies. Amanda gasped in awe and terror. With a desperate cry, she drove her spear deep into its body. The fish thrashed, droplets scattering like jewels. Then there was a still. She carried it back to the village. In a small hut under the glow of an oil lamp, Amanda, Lucas, and two neighbors gathered around a rough wooden table. They ate the shimmering fish. For the first time in weeks, their stomachs were full. They smiled, they laughed. Hope returned. But that night, under the full moon, Amanda awoke with sharp pain in her legs. She gasped as her skin shimmered and glowed. Her leg twisted, dissolving into a long silver-green tail with translucent fins. Her braid drifted in the air as if she were already underwater. Horror filled her eyes. She had become a mermaid. Unable to stay, she slipped silently into the ocean, bioluminescent trails swirling around her new tail. She swam through the coral gardens, past schools of glowing fishes, and over ancient stone runs deep below. The sea was beautiful, but sorrow filled her heart. In a cavern of blue light, the sea guardian appeared, its body swollen like fish, its hair streamed like kelp, and its eyes glowed with power. Its voice echoed like thunder through the waves. "You broke the god's law. The sea gave nothing to test your heart, but you chose hunger over obedience. Now the curse is yours. You belong to the water." Above the surface, a storm erupted. Waves rose high, smashing their fishermen's boats. Villagers clung to debris as rain poured down. Edasuri knelt on the sand, praying through the storms. Lucas stood in the rain shouting his sister's name, his voice lost in the wind. Amanda rose onto the cliffs, a tunic torn, silver scale gleaming faintly beneath. Her braid whipped in the storm wind. She looked back at the village, at Lucas, at people she loved one last time. Then she dove into the forbidden pond forever. By dawn, the sea was calm again. The fishermen returned with nets heavy with fish. The villagers wept with relief. On the shore, Edasuri embraced Lucas tightly. The test was over. The God had shown mercy, but there was a sacrifice. Amanda was gone forever. Only on nights of full moon did some claim they see a silver green tail flick above the waves. They whispered that Amanda had become the guardian servant forever. Amanda's sacrifice became a legend, a reminder that choices made in desperation can change everything. Would you have risked going into the forbidden pond or obey the river god? If this story touched you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more powerful tales from around the world.